Why would a narcissist become so worried and regretful after dumping you? Hey there, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, let's find out what makes narcissists so worried and regretful after dumping you. If you could share this video with your friends, family, or other people you care about, it would really help this channel grow. And if this hits, as always, I appreciate your support. So, have you ever wondered why narcissists seem so worried after discarding you? It's a fascinating topic that we're exploring today. But before we dive in, don't forget to show your support by smashing that like button, subscribing to our channel, and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you and value your perspective. Now let's delve into why narcissists experience worry after discarding you. It's an intriguing discussion that sheds light on their behavior and mindset. So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's uncover the truth together. Picture yourself suddenly discarded by the narcissist. This abrupt dismissal often occurs because they've been grooming a backup option, feeling neglected by your lack of attention or admiration. Realizing your assertiveness and lack of constant praise, they seek contempt instead. While this may briefly engage them, it doesn't fulfill their insatiable need for adoration. But why does this scenario unfold? As their primary source of narcissistic supply, you've grown tired of their incessant demands. The constant tug-of-war, threats, and unreasonable expectations have drained you. You've bent over backward for too long, reaching a breaking point where you can no longer sustain this dynamic. As a result, the main source begins to distance themselves from the manipulative tactics employed by the narcissist, including gaslighting, triangulation, and various strategies aimed at devaluing them and undermining their self-esteem. Gradually, the main source grows wary of these manipulations and begins to retreat. This retreat is significant as it signals a shift in the dynamic, prompting concern from the narcissist. They are left to contemplate the consequences of their actions and the potential loss of a crucial source of narcissistic supply. When a narcissist notices their primary source reflecting back disappointment and dissatisfaction, a sense of panic sets in. The fear of abandonment, rejection, or being discarded becomes increasingly real to them. In many cases, the narcissist has already laid the groundwork for this scenario by maintaining a network of potential replacements or focusing on a specific individual with whom they've been covertly interacting across social media platforms. This readiness allows them to swiftly shift their attention to what we term Supply B. Their engagement with Supply B escalates, highlighting the narcissist's supposed generosity, care, and sexual prowess. They craft an alluring vision of what the future could hold for Supply B, who often becomes completely ensnared by the narcissist's facade, swallowing the bait wholeheartedly. The narcissist is skilled in this manipulation, having refined their techniques over time. It's at this point that their treatment of the primary source takes a darker turn. The narcissist grows increasingly cruel, shedding their mask of kindness to reveal a harsher reality. They barrage the primary source with criticisms and complaints, expressing their dissatisfaction while simultaneously deepening their connection with the backup supply. This behavior serves a dual function for the narcissist. It validates their actions in their own perception, while also laying the groundwork for their next manipulative move. Concurrently, the narcissist initiates a defamation campaign against the primary source, the individual who has shown them affection and care. This smear effort is strategic, aimed at preemptively justifying the narcissist's eventual departure by portraying the primary source negatively. Provocation is pivotal in this scheme. The narcissist deliberately provokes the primary source into reacting negatively, using these reactions as ammunition in their smear campaign. This tactic is highly effective because the narcissist typically maintains a facade of charm and benevolence within their social circles. They are often viewed as virtuous, frequently participating in community or religious activities, which lends credibility to the defamation of the primary source among outsiders. The transition to a new soulmate is propelled by the narcissist's desperation to preserve their constructed facade and escape their true self. The fear of confronting their own flaws or acknowledging their vulnerability triggers a frantic pursuit of a new individual who can perpetuate the illusion of flawlessness they've crafted. This pattern of idealization, devaluation, and discard epitomizes the narcissist's relationships, stemming from their profound need for admiration and validation, and their incapacity to engage in authentic reciprocal bonds. The cycle repeats cyclically, leaving behind a path of emotional wreckage. Transitioning from one source of supply to another, the narcissist leaves the primary source to grapple with the aftermath of their departure and the harsh revelations that accompany it. For a narcissist, the fear of abandonment strikes at the core of their fabricated identity. They invest considerable effort in convincing themselves and those around them of their superiority in every aspect. More accomplished, spiritually elevated, simply better than anyone else. The prospect of abandonment forces them to confront the person they have relentlessly evaded, their true self. This genuine self embodies everything they loathe, everything they feel ashamed of, and ultimately, the entity they dread encountering the most. To evade this reality, the narcissist constructs intricate facades and adopts various behaviors to ensure they never confront their authentic self. Nevertheless, despite their endeavors, there are instances where the narcissist finds themselves deserted, left alone with the very individual they have sought to avoid. In these moments, the harsh truth of their true self becomes unavoidable. Lying in solitude, the weight of their genuine identity bears down on them, prompting a frantic effort to flee from their own presence. In their pursuit to evade solitude discomfort, narcissists may turn to substances like drugs or alcohol, seeking any means to temporarily numb their consciousness. The goal becomes dulling their consciousness, somehow blurring the sharp edges of reality because spending time in their own company without distractions or validations from others feels intolerable. Yet, despite their myriad evasion tactics, moments of unavoidable solitude inevitably arise. In these instances, the narcissist finds themselves confronted with a stark disparity between their projected grandiosity and their true selves hidden beneath layers of pretense. Encountering their authentic self isn't just fleeting discomfort. It sparks a profound existential crisis. It challenges the very core of their self-perception and their place in the world. The realization of abandonment shatters the illusion of omnipotence, triggering deep anxiety and distress. The narcissist's fragile self-esteem will be exposed in this situation, entirely reliant on external admiration and validation. Stripped of this validation, they feel hollow, devoid of worth. The fear of solitude, of facing reality without their usual defenses, looms as a daunting prospect. It highlights the stark disconnection between the narcissist's outward image and their inner reality, emphasizing their relentless endeavor to evade confronting their true nature. These instances of enforced solitude and facing their authentic self offer glimpses into the underlying fragility that the narcissist endeavors to hide. Their tactics, manipulation, charm, and constant quest for validation are all methods aimed at shielding themselves from this vulnerability. However, paradoxically, in their bid to escape their genuine identity, they become ensnared in their own web of deceit, further complicating genuine connections and self-acceptance. In the complex realm of relationships, especially those overshadowed by narcissistic presence, the dynamics often resemble the unpredictable nature of sports teams and their managerial decisions. Let's explore a scenario centered on an alternate option known as Supply B. Initially glamorized with promises of a flawless future, Supply B resembles the recruitment of a new player, brimming with hope and anticipation. Yet, as reality unfolds, it becomes clear that Supply B pales in comparison to the original choice, the primary source. Despite this realization, the narcissist, compelled by the need to preserve appearances, persists in portraying Supply B as the ultimate match. This situation mirrors a fictional city's response to a string of unexpected losses by their revered quarterback, whom we'll dub John Champion for clarity. Picture this. A city accustomed to John Champion's victorious streak suddenly witnesses a decline, with him losing 4 consecutive games. A city, akin to a narcissistic entity, swiftly grows disenchanted, branding Champion as over the hill. Amid calls for change, they pin their hopes on a rookie, aspiring for a resurgence of their fortunes. However, this rookie lacks Champion's expertise, stumbling in his role much like a character from a sitcom. Let's name him Alex Anderson. Struggling to grasp the fundamentals of the game, Amidst the city's impulsive reaction, the initial support for this change swiftly morphs into remorse. Behind closed doors, the realization of sidelining champion dawns. Yet pride and the need for decisive action delay immediate acknowledgement of the error. The city, much akin to a narcissist, awaits the settling dust, reluctant to publicly confess their folly. Over time, Alex Anderson's deficiencies become glaringly apparent, contrasting starkly with Champion's former brilliance. Each game is marred by errors, slow responses, and missed opportunities, underscoring the void left by Champion's absence. The city's initial zeal for the rookie wanes, replaced by a yearning for the victorious era Champion embodied. Hushed discussions hint at Champion's potential return, accompanied by a mounting dread of permanent loss. This narrative mirrors the cyclic pattern often witnessed in narcissistic relationships, where the pursuit of perfection leads to a continual cycle of discarding and devaluing partners. The narcissist's insistence on an idealized reality spawns a succession of replacements, each unable to fill the void left by the original choice. Driven by a sudden impulse in response to a minor setback, the hasty choice to cast aside Champion reflects the narcissist's tendency for rash and remorseful actions. Meanwhile, Champion, akin to the primary source in a narcissistic bond, progresses towards triumph elsewhere. This triumph stands as a poignant testament to the city's hasty abandonment, underscoring the short-sightedness of their judgment. In the relentless quest for flawless triumphs and uninterrupted glory, the narcissist unwittingly plunges into a repetitive loop of frustration and yearning, grappling with the fallout of their choices. Within this allegorical landscape, the steadfast commitment demonstrated by certain sports franchises, like the hypothetical portrayal of the Dallas Cowboys, emphasizes the significance of resilience and fidelity. This stands in stark juxtaposition to the narcissist's modus operandi, characterized by an insatiable pursuit of novelty and perfection, frequently forsaking authentic bonds and enduring accomplishments. This narrative of impulsive choices, subsequent remorse, and the relentless pursuit of an unattainable standards serves as a cautionary tale, resonating across both the sports arena and the realm of personal connections. To navigate relationships with narcissists is akin to threading through a minefield fraught with emotional manipulation and turmoil. The narcissist's unyielding quest for validation often spins a wheel of discard and replacement, leaving behind fractured hearts and bruised self-worth. Despite their attempts to dodge reality, there comes a pivotal moment when the facade crumbles, compelling the narcissist to confront the hollowness of their core. By nurturing genuine bonds founded on mutual regard and empathy, we can break free from this cycle and cultivate relationships rooted in genuineness and emotional closeness. If you found this discourse insightful, we encourage you to engage by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to our platform for more enriching conversations. Your support fuels our mission to produce content that resonates, fostering a community of shared understanding and advancement. Thank you for embarking on this journey with us.